Welcome to the VS Criminal Defense Attorneys podcast, providing an informative resource on criminal law with a specific focus on sex crimes. From protecting yourself from false accusations to understanding the exact boundaries of the law, being informed is always the best first line of defense. This podcast series is reviewed and approved by attorney Michelle Villanueva-Scura.
In this episode, we'll review the importance of securing personalized legal representation when facing charges of solicitation in Arizona and how you can avoid the life-changing consequences of allegations and convictions. When facing charges of solicitation in Arizona, it's imperative to speak with a reputable Phoenix sex crimes defense attorney immediately. Sex crimes are highly stigmatized and heavily prosecuted in Arizona, and you need representation from a lawyer who understands the lasting impact that allegations and convictions can have on a person and their future. First, let's understand what are the actions you must avoid when facing solicitation charges. If you're accused of solicitation in Arizona, it's essential to be cautious and mindful of your actions in order to protect your legal rights and potential defense. Here are some things you should consider avoiding. Do not speak to law enforcement without an attorney. You have the right to remain silent. It's advisable to exercise this right and avoid making any statements to law enforcement without your attorney present. Anything you say can potentially be used against you. Avoid contact with the accuser. If the accuser is a potential witness, it's generally best to avoid any form of communication with them. Any contact could be misconstrued or used against you. Do not destroy or alter evidence. Tampering with evidence or attempting to destroy it can lead to further legal trouble. Preserve any evidence that might be relevant to your defense. Avoid discussing details of the case. Limit discussions about the case to your attorney, and don't share details or information with others that could potentially be used against you. Avoid missing court dates and orders. If you are required to appear in court, make sure to attend all hearings and proceedings. Missing court dates can lead to additional legal issues. In the same regard, if the court has issued orders or conditions related to your case, ensure that you follow them strictly to avoid additional legal trouble. Do not engage in suspicious activities. While your case is ongoing, it's wise to avoid any behavior that could be interpreted as attempting to repeat the alleged offense. Do not attempt to influence witnesses. It's best not to contact potential witnesses on your own. Always let your attorney handle all interactions with witnesses. And don't, under any circumstances, try to handle the case alone. Prostitution solicitation charges can be complex. It's important to seek legal representation from an experienced attorney who understands the nuances of the law. It's important to remember that legal advice should always come from an attorney familiar with your specific situation. An experienced lawyer can provide you with personalized guidance and help protect your rights throughout the legal process. Now, let's review what are the penalties for a solicitation conviction in Arizona. Because sex crimes are so heavily prosecuted in Arizona, the consequences are lasting and severe. While the following is not a comprehensive list, it's designed to show the various charges and contexts that arise. You must know in advance that most solicitation charges are considered a Class 1 misdemeanor. For starters, if you're dealing with a first solicitation offense, it could get you in prison sometime between 15 days up to 6 months, depending on the severity of the offense, and you could be paying fines up to $2,500. Now, if this is your second solicitation offense, the prison time varies between 30 days up to 6 months, and the fines sum up to $2,500. If you are charged with a third solicitation offense, you could get prison time between 60 days up to 6 months, and you will pay fines up to $2,500. Lastly, if you're dealing with a fourth solicitation offense, the prison time extends between 180 days and 4 years. You must also pay fines up to $2,500. Apart from these penalties, you will be scheduled for mandatory HIV and STD testing and mandatory counseling related to prostitution. In some cases, the court might offer probation as an alternative to jail time. Probation could include mandatory counseling, community service, and other conditions. If you have previous convictions for prostitution solicitation, subsequent offenses can be charged as Class 5 felonies. Felony convictions for prostitution solicitation can result in more severe consequences, including longer jail sentences, larger fines, and a permanent felony record. A conviction for prostitution solicitation will result in a criminal record, which could have implications for employment, housing, and other aspects of your life. Even after serving any imposed penalties, A prostitution solicitation conviction can have lasting consequences on various aspects of your life. Keep in mind that laws and penalties can change, so it's advisable to seek up-to-date legal guidance. You might be wondering why it's important to get personalized legal representation when facing these charges. Securing legal representation when facing solicitation charges in Arizona is vital due to the potential legal consequences and the complexity of the legal process. Here are several reasons why having a skilled attorney from VS Criminal Defense Attorneys by your side is crucial in such situations. First, we understand the law. Our experienced attorneys are well-versed in Arizona's laws related to solicitation and can provide accurate guidance on how they apply to your case. Our local attorneys are familiar with the judges, prosecutors, and court procedures in the Phoenix area, which give us insights that can benefit your case. We want to protect your rights. Our experienced lawyers will ensure that your constitutional rights are upheld throughout the legal process, including your right to remain silent and your right to legal counsel. Your attorney can identify and pursue any applicable legal defenses, such as entrapment or violations of your rights during the investigation. We have expertise in criminal defense. Our attorneys specialize in criminal defense, so we know how to build strong cases, challenge evidence, and develop effective defense strategies tailored to the specifics of your situation. Your attorney will carefully examine the evidence against you, looking for inconsistencies or weaknesses that can be used in your defense. Don't forget about our negotiation skills. Our attorneys can negotiate with the prosecution to potentially have charges reduced, explore alternative dispositions, or negotiate for a more favorable plea deal. If a conviction is likely, an attorney can work to minimize the potential penalties you might face. Lastly, we have extensive courtroom experience. If your case goes to trial, an attorney's courtroom experience is invaluable. They can present your case persuasively, cross-examine witnesses, and counter the prosecution's arguments effectively. Your attorney will devise a comprehensive legal strategy designed to achieve the best possible outcome based on the unique circumstances of your case. Remember that a solicitation conviction can have lasting consequences on your personal and professional life. Our sex crimes attorneys will work to protect your reputation and future opportunities. Don't waste any more time. If you're facing solicitation allegations or convictions, hiring our Phoenix sex crime defense attorneys is your best choice. For over 40 years, VS Criminal Defense Attorneys has confidently represented clients facing difficult legal situations. As a 5-star Phoenix criminal defense law firm, we offer consultations where we take time to understand you and the details surrounding your situation. We consider every angle as we work diligently to protect your rights and freedoms. You can rest assured that law enforcement will leave no stone unturned when investigating your solicitation charges and the details surrounding the situation. You need an experienced Phoenix sex crimes lawyer to ensure your freedom and future are protected through aggressive individualized defense and representation. If you are facing sex crime charges of any kind, don't wait. Contact VS Criminal Defense Attorneys right away. Our lawyers can be reached via phone, email, in person, or through our website. We provide 24/7 availability to offer expert legal guidance and consultation. Schedule a free and confidential case evaluation today. Call our office today at 480-923-9001 or visit us online at vsattorney.com.
Thank you for listening to the VS Criminal Defense Attorneys podcast. VS Criminal Defense Attorneys are focused on offering clients personalized service and aggressive representation. Our attorneys are passionate about individual rights, government accountability, and personal freedom. No matter what you are charged with, our criminal defense attorneys will be there to guide you. Call today to schedule your strategy session. It is time to fight back.